Rick, can you help me
Mm,
to?
I
Okay.
think already.
Welcome to Daily Conversation. This is Mr. K.
This is Eric.
Yeah, today is the 30th of August 2021, and the time now is 6:16 a.m. Well, today is a video review, and the topic is about is success luck or hard work? Right, so before we get started, please click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, so here we go. Okay, so yeah, for this one, the video highlight one thing which is called the egocentric bias, and then for this one, it basically means that we tend to think we are more important, we contribute more, and this is only on one side. And for this bias, it can also apply. It can also be applied on other places, like we tend to ignore some factor of success, which is the main topic today. Is success luck or hard work? So for hard work, here it means that our own effort, and for luck, which means something which is based on chance, and it's kind of not able to be controlled by us. And then there are a few examples, starting from the first one, which is the house chores. And then people tend to think they contribute more uh, in terms of how many percent they did the house chores. And then also, like the speaker say, very often we tend to have more than 100% if we add up everybody, uh, 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 the percentage of everybody's come from their mind. Yep, and then also the things uh, also generate similar results when we talk about starting an argument, and who actually creates more uh, problem. And then at that time also we will usually have a figure which is more than 100%, which people think they are more to blame, to be blamed. Yep, and then yeah, this is something I think he gave an example. Just wanted to uh, let us know what it is about, the egocentric bias. And also many examples follows. For example, the hockey players, the athletes, and astronaut, and then politician. Yeah, all these example um, talk about those people who achieve success. Yep, and then more or less uh, uh, they are totally unaware of the there is a portion which actually is the luck. Yeah, the luck is one of the things that decide their success. And then yeah, for here uh, also the for the example of astronaut, I think that is um, quite a quite a good example, because uh, in that example it says there are so many applicants and then only 11 will be chosen. And if you look into that 11 people, actually chance uh, is is taking a very important role for them to be selected from so many people. And uh, in in an environment which is very competitive, I think yeah, sometimes really is because of luck. And for this, also the speaker after that mentioned one thing, which is uh, if we want to talk about success, we want to achieve success, achieve our goal, and then it's actually better to downplay the chance, and then our success rate will be increased, will increase. And then yeah, maybe the insight here I think is that luck is something we cannot change, and also luck is not for everyone. And then we we need to grab kind of a ticket, uh, grab the ticket, and then how to do that is that we need to put in a lot of hard work so that we can be one of the people to be to be chosen. And then and for for other things we need to put in effort, and then so that uh, we have the chance to get success, to get succeed. And then also there are some insights that uh, sometimes we fail, um, is is because that that is chance. So um, uh, uh, we don't blame our failure 100% to something we didn't do good. Of course, we need to find out the problem of ourselves, the reason of failure. But it's just something that I think uh, uh, being aware of this can be something that motivate us to continue doing something. Yeah, because the succeed the succeed is just for a limited number of people. So I think some insights here is that continue trying to do the thing and don't give up. And then for this, it also reminds me of one term you mentioned long time ago, which is serendipity, uh, and also something like the luck. And I also remember that you said you went to Singapore, and then if they were 1 or 2 days delay, it will ruins your whole plan, right? At that time
Mm.
because of the pandemic. So I think for here they are a little bit so-called the luck, but also if you don't do that, if you don't be so uh, active, taking the initiative to look for a job, and then take immediate action, you also won't be able to go there. So um, what I want to say is luck is something we cannot control, but what we can do is trying to uh, work hard to make us be ready for those chance to come to us. Yeah, if we were not ready, and then even though when the chance came to you, you still cannot grab it. Yeah, you lose the ticket. And then lastly, it talked about the example of politician, and there one thing inside which is the uh, gratitude. Yeah, it says that um, people who are aware of uh, something that we're not able to control, and they're aware of maybe the egocentric bias, and that they tend to be more grateful, and then they tend to feel gratitude. And gratitude is actually one of our topic 2 days ago. And then uh, so for here, it actually add up one benefit to uh, to 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 people who feel gratitude, to people who feel grateful for things. It can be anything. And then the benefit is that people who feel grateful for things are more likable. Yeah, according to the speakers say there was research. Yep. So I think this is basically what I want to talk about today.
Hmm. Yeah, about the gratitude, actually, the main benefit is the happiness. Hmm.
Mm,
Gratitude is the one of the most um, effective, and this is a few of the one most effective interventions about the happiness. Yeah.
yeah, it's for ourselves, right? Something.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yep.
And in the video, there's there's an example which is the astronaut example. I
Mm.
found that there's some things there's something I cannot say wrong, but I would
Oh,
say I need the
misleading.
definitions.
Oh,
What?
uh,
What you say just now?
is it misleading?
Uh, maybe, yeah, maybe. Mm. But it's just from another perspective. Yeah.
Okay.
And okay. Because the example is like, mm, they use a computer to run the simulations and then
Mm.
pick a lot of and then there's a lot of applicants, 1800s plus applicants candidates, and he randomly give them a skill score and also a luck score, and
Mm.
the skill score take 95% of the weight, and luck only take 5% of the weight. Mm. And he run a simulation, and at the end, um, 9 of 11 or 10 or 11 of the persons
Yeah.
that will be chosen in the simulation is the average score of the luck is more than 95%. Yeah, it's around 95%. Yeah, it's true. But I would like to say the there's one question I want to ask. Why is the average skill score maybe 100 or maybe 99 or maybe 98? Do you get what I mean?
Um. Okay. I think I'm not too understand about the that part. You're talking about the part that because my understanding is he the speaker take out the portion of luck and then he run the simulation and uh previously the
What do
11
what?
person choose to be chosen they
Mhm.
were only if they take out the portion of luck there were only 9 of them being selected. Is it something like that?
No, I think is because the ratio is 95 to 5. Sorry, a 95 to 1, the skill versus the luck ratio, and because it combined together, so for 18,000
Mm,
candidates, uh, there's a slot, there's a quota, so that means there's only 11 person will be chosen. This is
yeah,
fixed. So only the top 11 person will be chosen.
yeah,
Who is the top? The top means who get the highest mark, get the
yeah,
highest score. So the score is combining the skill and luck. And inside these 11, um, 9 or 10 out of 11 person depend on luck. Their success because of luck, because their luck score is very, very high,
okay,
above 95%. Yeah. And only few of them, maybe one or two of them, their luck is less than maybe less than 50. So they are not depending on their luck. They purely depend on they mainly depend on their skills, the skill score. So that means their skill score must be very, very high,
Oh,
so
I
that
see.
they can be chosen.
Mm-mm.
Because other candidates, their skill score may not be that high, and the luck attribute to the score. Yeah, but if you see, okay, let's say because let's say the luck from 0 to 100, and it only take 5%, because 95 to 5 ratio. So the luck maximum attribute 5 score, right?
Yeah.
So in what environment 5 score will matter? In a highly competitive environment.
Yep.
Yeah. And if you, because you couldn't read the score, you couldn't see the score of all applicants, of all the candidates in that simulation, but I assume, and I also pretty sure that the score in the top 11, candidate, which the candidate will be chosen, their skill score is also very, very high. Yeah, at least more than 90. Otherwise, they can't be chosen.
Yep. It's
So,
high, but not the highest, right?
yeah, it's
From the 11.
high, but maybe it's not the highest. Yeah, but maybe not the highest. So only in these highly competitive environments, the luck, the only 5%, the only 5 score matter.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So, the speaker, the YouTuber, give you another perspective, which is like you see, luck is very important. Yeah, but also, they didn't give you see. They didn't let you see about the score of the skill. Yeah, of the 11 candidate. Yeah, but of course, he also say that hard work and also skill of that non-luck components is also important at the end and throughout the video. Yeah, he did say that. But about the example, I think there's a little bit misleading. If you just look at the example, you will think that luck is so important. Because 9 out of 11 person, their success depend on luck. It's not the case. Yeah, actually, it's not the case. Just because it's in a very highly competitive environment. Yeah.
Agree.
And another example is an interview. In a highly specialized environment, which is a job is very specialized, and a lot of candidates had the same skill, and maybe the interviewer also couldn't determine the real skill score of the candidate. And then, and it's also in a high highly competitive environments, a lot of candidates, and the job slot, the quota maybe 1 or 2, and the interviewer can choose. And because their skill set is so similar, and then it will lead to a very strange situation, which is the interviewer, the factor that interviewer decides who will be chosen is not related to the skill set anymore. Yeah, maybe because of their appearance, maybe because of their interpersonal skill, their social skills, maybe because whether a person wear glasses or not. Yeah, or maybe the person's have a good watch. Yeah, or maybe the person's the uh the back. Yeah, maybe the shape of the back. Yeah, maybe the back is too cute and it's not professional. Maybe the shoe. Maybe on that interview day, the candidate didn't wear what is it, the shoe, the 皮鞋. Yeah, they just wear the slipper comes to interview. Yeah, So it will becomes a very strange scenario, which is the interviewer use other factors beside of the skill set to just to determine which candidates they want to hire. Yeah, this is in a highly competitive environment. Yeah, and so it leads to another conclusion, because in that example, the astronaut example, it mentioned about the success. Yeah, so the 11 applicants being chosen consider success, and the rest of them consider failure, consider fail. And so another question is, what's the definition of success? You need to know. Because if your definition of success is different from this, and then this idea is not aligned with your thoughts. Yeah, because they define success differently from as you. Yeah, and in that example, it defines the person who win the competition consider success. Yeah. Yeah. So, but is this the same definition of yours to the success? Yeah. But at least I would say not we didn't view all the things like this. For example, about the happiness, we don't need to be the happiest person in the world. We don't need to be that. We just want to become happier. Yeah. We don't care about the score. And how about the income level? We just want to increase our income level. We don't necessarily need to become the person who are able to earn the highest income in the world, or in the cities, or in our communities. Yeah. And also, if your income is high enough, and there's another person, his or her income level higher than you, will you feel happy or not? Will you view this as a failure for you? For example, okay, let's say you and your partner salary more than you. Maybe you feel upset, maybe you feel I'm useless, and you also feel, wow, she's so capable, and she's able to earn so much, and she's able to earn more than me. And but will you hope your salary greater than her? Maybe yes, maybe no. But what if, let's say your salary got 1 million, let's say 1 million per month, his salary is 1.1 million per month. Will you still want your income level higher than her?
What's the
if
point?
Yes, if yes, so you fall into a competition. And it's not good for the happiness, because we know this is about the dependent self-esteem. So if you view success is like this, and in some circumstances, there's no point for you to compare. And if you view success as to win the game in the competitions, and this is not all the case. But of course, in some circumstances, we will say this is success. And because in the world we couldn't like ignore, we couldn't like take out the competition. Occurred everywhere. But we also need to know there are some things that we can be success, and we don't need the conditions. And it also related to one of the idea, which is the blue sea. If in a highly competitive environment, this is a red sea, 红海. And what you want to do, what you should do is don't go to the red sea and fight with other people. find an edge for you, go to the blue sea and then build your own things, build your own edge, build your own competitive advantage. Yeah. But of course, the blue sea will become red sea in future, maybe. Yeah. But we try to prevent ourselves. We try to avoid us to enter the highly competitive environment. Just like the Atomic Habits that we read. If you have only one skill and you have to become the top, maybe 5% or maybe 10% person, so you can be quote unquote success. Yeah, the resources you are able to get from your skill will high only if you are the top person, you are the top 10% person. But if you are able to combine many skills into a unique skill set, and you also are able to exploit the resources from your skill set, maybe exploit the followers, maybe exploit the income, the money, maybe exploit the authority. And if you are able to combine a lot many skill into a unique skill set, and you are more likely to success because no one able to compete with you. Because the skill set is favored to you. This is because of the gene factors. And okay, and this is about the example. And another thing I want to highlight is about the positioning. It's also about the luck or about the hard work, but actually it's not related to them. Okay, give you an example. Okay, I give you two examples. The first is the person who has the same skill set. One, we call it A and B. There are two persons. They have the same skill set.
Okay.
A work in Malaysia. B work in Singapore. Yeah, they have the same skill. And who are more likely to get a higher pay?
B.
Yeah, of course, B. Because B work in and developed country. Yeah, you can change Singapore to other country, maybe US, maybe other country, like UK.
Yeah.
So B work in a high income level country, and A work in developing and the country it's not considered the high disposable income country. Yeah, so even though they have the same skill set, but B will earn more than A. Yeah, and in the video they also give you the example, which is the person who are in the Africa and or are in some other the poorest country in the world, and no matter how hard they work, and no matter how talented he or she was, she only able to earn like less than 1,000 USD per year. This is the income. This is their average income level. Yeah. So, but can the person move to other country?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Right. Yeah. So this is not fully dependent on the luck. Because you are able to position yourself. So what I want to say is, positioning is more important than talents, than hard work. Yeah, and I also remember that I told you this before.
Yes, we are not tree, right? It's not a tree. We can move.
Yeah, we are not tree. We can move. Yeah, another example is the investment. If you compare, no matter it's Singapore, no matter it's Malaysia, no matter it's Thailand, no matter it's India, okay, or Hong Kong, or China, or Taiwan, and all of those countries, the stock market versus U.S. stock market. The U.S. stock market, which is the most popular stock market, the most popular, and also we can say because U.S. is the US is the top one country. This is something that we couldn't deny. Even though the China is did very well, but in terms of GDP, US still is the first one. Still is the top. And if we compare other country, maybe in Asia, Pacific country, Asian country compared to US, what's the stock performance? You can see, the US stock market keep going up, keep going up, and for many years, and since if we pick a time period, which we take from 2008, which is the financial crisis, and you look at the stock market for across the country, US stock market dropped 50%, but other stock market also dropped 50%, and some other countries dropped more than that. I miss the index, the stock index. But after 2008, after we recover from the financial crisis, the stock market in all the country goes up, but which one goes higher is US stock market, SP 500 or Nasdaq. And how about now? US stock market at the highest point, keep hitting the all-time high. I'm talking about the SP 500. And how about Singapore index? How about Malaysia index, which is the KLCI? So this is something that you can position yourself. Even though it is an investment, you can choose which market you are going to invest. So for example, let's say I look at the the Malaysia index. Now it's 1590, and the top at the highest point is in 2014. Wow. 1st of June 2014, and the highest point is 1882, 1883. It's not more than 1900s, and now it's 1590. Now it's 1590. And how about Singapore? Singapore, the highest is in 1st of April. 1st of April 2018. And the highest point is around 3,600. And what? How about now? Now it's 3,080. And you look about the HSI, which is the Hang Seng Index. This is the Hong Kong. And the highest point is also at the highest point is at 1st of January 2018. This is 32,800 plus, 32,800 plus, and now is 25,400. So there's a huge gap. And how about China? Because China got a lot of index. Yeah, I can look about the A50. Yeah, the A50. And the China, the highest point is in first of February. That means, yeah, 1st of February 2021. So it's few months ago.
Oh.
And the top is 100 plus. And now is around 15,000. Around 15,000. So it's also there's around 20% gaps. Yeah, you can see a lot of countries. For example, Japan is also the same. Yeah, and yeah, you can compare a lot. New Zealand, Indonesia, Australia, Thailand, Taiwan, Germany, yeah, UK. I think UK should be better. Let me see. No, yeah, for UK the top is 1st of July 2018. Yeah, 7,400, and now is 7,150.
Oh, it's around there, right?
Yeah, it's around there. Yeah. So yeah, if you compare all of these with the SP 500, which is the most famous index in US stock market, yeah, and you can see there's a huge difference. Some stock markets still at a low level. For example, like the Hang Seng, HSI, and also like the KLCI, the Malaysia index, and also the Singapore 3,600 versus 3,000, so it's around 20%. And also here we're talking about the current. We're talking about the gaps. We're talking about the current point versus the higher point. But we didn't. But we didn't mention. The percentage, the returns rate. Yeah, if we look at the return rate, the gap is even higher. Because as we know, like the SP 500 or the Nasdaq, the returns in 2020 to 2021 now, and I should say just for 2020, the return is more than, if I'm not wrong, it's more than like 3,000. If I'm not wrong, it's around from 3,001 to around 3,900. Yeah, 3,100 to 3,900 is around there. So it's around 20+%, 25% is like that. It's around 25%. And start from this year, the return is also very great. It's more than 10%. Yeah. So if we just look at about the gaps from the current point to the highest peak point, SP 500, the USD did the best. Yeah, did the best. And if we compare in terms of the growth rate, the return rate, US is also did the best. Yeah. Yeah. So this is an example of positioning yourself is more important than hard work, more important than your skill, more important than your talents. Yeah. Okay, and the next thing is about the destiny. Yeah, the destiny, which is the locus of control, and this is something that the YouTuber mentioned in this video. And if I'm not wrong, I remember I also mentioned this in the previous conversation. Yeah, but I think I mentioned two things about the control. The first one is something like a graph, which is the left-hand side is more related to the luck, and in the extreme, this is fully depend on the luck, and on the right-hand side, this is depend on the skill. it's more depend on skill, and at the extreme case, it's only depend on skill. For example, like the chess, yeah, like the Go, yeah, like some game. And this is one thing I mentioned about the control, yeah. And I also say that you should focus on something that they are working rather than focus on something that's not working. You focus on something you can control. You you don't focus on something that you couldn't control. And this is the first thing. And the second thing is about this locus of control, which is some people think that they can change their destiny. Some people think their success, their failure is depend on themselves. They can change their life. And some other people think that everything is just a fate. Everything is just about us, just about the lucky. It's about the, in Chinese we call this is a life, this is a mean. And in English this is just our luck. Or you say it depends on the God.
The fate.
The fate. So this locus on control is about the second thing. Is the second thing. And the YouTuber mentioned that if you want success, and you need to believe that you are able to change something. You can change, and you can improve yourself. So it is not depend on the fate. It's not depend on the gods. It's not depend on the gene. You are able to change. Even though you couldn't change everything. So this is the first thing. You need to have the belief. You need to have a belief, and then you need to hard work. You need to work hard, so that eventually you can get you can achieve the success. So this is about the locus of control. But but another thing is this belief, this locus of control is important, but we also shouldn't ignore the reality. The reality is also important. We need to face the reality. And can a person that know about the probability and they still work hard? Can, right? If you assume that we shouldn't downplay, if you assume that we should downplay the chance, so that we can work more harder, and then we can achieve a higher success. And if you work in the wrong direction, if you work in the wrong path, you may get a total failure.
Okay. How do I give an example like gambling? Because a few days ago we say that that is a mathematical proven issue, right? And then if we work hard on that, because of the reality, based on the probability, we still are in favor condition, right?
You even though how talent was you couldn't beat the casino. Of course, you can go to the world class competition, maybe to play the poker. You can become the top player of the poker, but you can't become the top gambler. To become the top gambler in the casino. Because there's a mathematic proven mechanism that you will lose in long term.
Because the casino set the rule, right?
So reality is still important. We need to we shouldn't ignore the reality. And this is also similar to the Stockdale paradox. You need to have the belief, and also you need to face to the most difficult reality. You need to take actions to work with that. And so I didn't take a view. I don't take the view, which is you should downplay the chance. In my opinion, you still need to understand the chance. You still need to understand the probability, and then you need to understand the risk and reward ratio. Yeah, because you need to know how much you can get, if if you achieve the success. Let's say if you achieve the success, you only let's say you only get 100 and 50 chance. Yeah, and no matter how hard you work, you maximum you can get 100. But what if there's another case, you work hard, you can get millions, but there's only 10% chance. But if you calculate the expected value, and you should spend your time on the 1 million case, because in long term you will be better off if you keep playing the game. If scenario A, if you keep playing the $100 game, and scenario B, you keep playing the 1 million case game. Yeah, yeah. As long as the expected value is high, yeah, and you should go for that. So this is something that we shouldn't only look at about the chances. We shouldn't only look at about the probability. We also need to look at the rewards, so that we can calculate the risk and reward ratio.
Yeah.
Yeah, and another example is a business. Let's say the business. This is one of the. I heard it. I heard this from Lei Jun, the founder of the Xiaomi, and Lei Jun say that you need to choose the you need to choose the right industry. If you choose the industry that have a low ceiling, maybe the market space is just let's say 10 billion. Yeah, no matter how hard you work, maximum you can only get 10 billion. And if you choose a market space that have let's say 1 trillion, maybe you don't need to work that hard. You can achieve 10 billion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in the scenario A, you need to work extremely hard, so you can get the only one. You can get all the markets. The industry maximum have 10 billion, and you need to beat all the competitors, so you can get 10 billion market share. Yeah. You can get 100% market share, which equivalents to the 10 billion. But in the scenario B, which the market space, the ceiling is 1 trillion, and you just need to take 1%. You just need to take 1% of the market share, so we can earn 10 billion. Yeah. Yeah. This is also same as the first point I mentioned, which is position yourself is more important than the talents, important than the hard work. Yeah. And also about the last thing I want to share is about the luck. And scientists did some experiments. He found that some people is luckier than other people. And what the luckiest people did, the luckiest people try many things new, and he tried to explore themselves. For example, it can be anything. Let's say cooking. You don't cook the same dishes. You don't cook the same dishes all the time. You try to innovate some new thing. You try to cook different things. You try to use different ingredients. Yeah. And for example, let's say you walk to your office, or maybe you drive to your office from home, you try different routes. You try different routes, so that maybe you can find the best route. Maybe you can find something new. Maybe you can see, oh, there's a shop here. Yeah, there's a company at this location. Yeah, there's something that's comes into your sight. So that means that you can see more things. You can receive more information. So when you get a lot of information, and then the information, just like the just like a neural, some of them will link together and then create a new idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, another example is the learning. As more you learn, as more you are more innovate. Yeah, the innovations is not depend on the genes. Yeah, of course, there is some percentage depend on the gene, maybe 50%, but the remaining depending how much you learned. Because if you receive a lot of information, if you see a lot of things, you can combine something to another thing.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is about the luck. Experience new things. Yeah, will increase the luck. Will increase your luck.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all for my sharing.
Yeah. Right.
So anything else want to add in?
Yeah. No.
Okay, so that's all for our today conversations. How do you feel? Did you enjoy the conversation? Please tell us what you think of our conversation. And we are not native speakers. If you found any vocabulary mistakes that we make, please also comment to let us know because we want to learn more and improve ourselves. Remember to like, subscribe to us. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.